Alright guys, today, well, we're going to do my top 10 underrated games here. To start off this list, we're going to start with Dante's Inferno. Dante's Inferno was a very, very interesting game to start out with. I haven't completed it yet, but it's a very, very fun game so far. Basically, you go through the multiple levels of hell, and that alone should just put shivers down your spine. I believe it's like over 10 levels of hell, and the deeper you go, the deeper and closer you get to the devil himself. And it's pretty predictable what the kind of fight would be. The final boss is pretty predictable. You have to save your wife's soul. Yeah, the visuals are really, really great. They remind me of a typical God of War style engine hack and slash. Story's really, really well, and this game is really, really cool. It hasn't, to me, it's underrated status because I don't hear much about it. There was never a sequel made. I believe Redemption was going to be. There was the idea, concept of it. I believe it was canceled. I'm not incorrect on that one, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the only one that did. Dante's Inferno came out in 2009. Developed by EA and Versio Games. Very, very good game. I have no idea why it was actually canceled the sequel. Here's some gameplay footage right now. By the way, all these gameplay footages is all sponsored by the actual company themselves, so they get full credit here. I will reclaim. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite games on the 360, and it does not get enough recognition. It's on multiple platforms. It's also on PS3 and I believe PC. Shall be the bedrock of my so yeah, this game's pretty cool. And all that is good shall be gone. All right, guys. Number 9, we got Clive Barker's Jericho. This game, controversial to some extent. A lot of people did not like this game. I mean, there's definitely reasons why some people complain about it. The controls were a little sluggish, a little offbeat. The concept of the game is what really drove me in. This is why this game's on the list. It's not because the gameplay is the best. In fact, the gameplay at times sucks, and that's why people, of course, hate it. But I like the concept of it. You're the main character soldier at first. Beginning of the game, right in the beginning, you get killed, and then your soul can transfer into your members of your team, and it's a very, very cool idea. It's very, very original, very, very fresh. From the great horror author himself, Clive Barker. It's a very original story, and like, I don't know. Besides the gameplay, which I think definitely needs to be, it should have been fixed in every aspect you think about it and patched up, but I don't think it just never really. There wasn't much that they really did much for it. It was made by Codemasters and MSC and Physics, I guess. Very, very cool game in my opinion. The story's really well, and that's why I think you guys should give it a try. Despite the negative reviews, and there's a lot of them, but I think you should definitely get a second look. I don't think you should follow everybody's bandwagon opinion how bad of a game it is and say it's not scary. I think it's got pretty scary elements. I mean, this footage right here kind of shows you a lot right there. This trailer kind of gives you a good kind of insight into little brief little intro what it's really about. Yep, there, Clive Barker's Jericho. Highly recommend it, guys. Try it out. Number 8. Our number 8 choice is going to be Fracture. Fracture is a game that I thought was very interesting. I'm huge into sci-fi and aliens. And Fracture basically
Thousands
it's
died,
a game
and those that lived were forced
kind
to
of
adapt.
goes around the idea
Human race
of
chose two different
America
paths in order to survive.
being split
And the
into
definition
two
of what it
different
meant to be human
species,
was put to
basically,
the
and then
test.
the
In the Western
role
US,
in
the Pacificans started messing around
species
with DNA,
is the
creating what their leader, General Sheridan, called a superior race. That's when things got way
the
out
alien
of
race,
control.
and like
In the
basically
Eastern
you have
US,
to
the Atlantic Alliance
get your
chose
side
not
of
to
the
play God.
team on, which was
We
the
developed cybernetics for a better way of life.
American Rebels
They're
part
the
of it.
ones who saved
And
my
they
life,
basically
taught me how to fight.
here's the main character right there. You have to
Now,
play as him, and
I
then he has
fight to
to
stop the Pacifican Army
help
from
lead his
destroying
team to defeat
mankind.
the alien race, which is the dominant race right now. 2,161. Quite a couple years down in the future.
My fellow
And
Americans, today's
yeah,
shocking
it's
attack
a really
in
cool
San
premise. I
Francisco
think
has
definitely
left me
need to
no
try it out.
choice but
This
to
is another one of those
declare
games that
war.
didn't get
At this
much
very moment,
sales. I mean, it didn't
Alliance
sell that well, I don't
troops,
think so.
armed with advanced terrain
I think it's a really cool
deforming
game, though. I
weaponry,
think
are
it's
being
definitely
deployed
worth
to
a try.
defeat
I
General
really think
Sheridan
the
and his
whole,
renegade Pacifican
using the
army.
guns to,
The risks
you know,
are high,
make the ground
but
go.
the stakes have never
See that
been
it
higher.
shrinks
We are
down,
fighting
or
for
you can
our
raise it up.
country, our freedom,
surface
and
of
the
the
very
ground. That's a really cool
survival of
idea.
humanity.
And you don't see that
Only
many games. In fact, I haven't
acceptable
seen it in any other
outcome
games.
is
Like,
victory.
so personally, if you disagree with that, you can put a game down below in the comment section. Because any other game that does this, I have not seen one that does this kind of thing. And the voiceover, I think it was like the voiceover work. Voice acting was really, really well done. Very, very underrated. Fracture. You guys gotta try this out. And you can get super dirt cheap too. I got mine for like $2 at GameStop. I'm not even kidding. So try that out. It's on 360 and PS3. Alright, my number pick for 7. Alright. This one's gonna start some controversy, no doubt. But mine is Too Human. Now, Too Human, I'm sure we all... It's not underrated as far as... I haven't heard the title, but it gets a lot of crap thrown its way, a lot. And there's definitely reasons for this. Of course, the whole controversy with the Epic Games and basically Silicon wanted to be the way they were, stole the whole engine of a game, and they give them no credit whatsoever. They just kind of stole it. Silicon Knights, that's definitely a big no problem for them. But the game is really, really cool. I think it's a little... The graphics are pretty good. They hold up pretty well. The gameplay is really, really fun. The story's awesome. You gotta try it out. You know, it's a hack and slash, kind of like a God of War, and it's a very dirt cheap. Besides that, you know, voiceover is great. It's a great game itself. Just get past the whole controversy with Epic Games. I think you might like this title. Try it out. Too Human. Alright guys, my number pick for 6 is Turok for 360 and PS3. Turok, for me, I thought that was a really interesting game. I got it cheap even I'd say 4 or 5 years ago. It didn't really sell well, you know, I don't know why. But I don't know, it just went under the radar. Probably because it was a smaller company that made it, which is Touchdown. I never heard much of Touchdown. But Unreal technology, that was definitely powered by, you know, Epic Games is a little bit behind that, and I think because it's a smaller third-party company, and that's why it went under the radar. But look, yeah, they got the footage right here. It's a really cool game. They try to kind of base it off the original Turok from Nintendo 64 days. Just kind of make it remastered, more modern version of it. It's pretty good, but I say it's as good as the originals? No. But for 360, it looks really good. The dinosaurs look great, and you get to kill these cool soldiers. It's a cool idea. A really cool premise. I like it a lot. You can get a dirt cheap nowadays. Try it out for 360 and PS3, I believe. Very good game. Alright guys, number 5, Splatterhouse. This game this game was really, really cool to me. I actually bought it not knowing much about the original Splatterhouse from the original Nintendo days. I had to go back and find out the franchise previously, and it was actually, I learned a lot about it. It was really cool. This game, basically, it's a rehash of the original Splatterhouse, but it's just a modern, updated version, I guess you'd say. Kind of a remake in a way. Very cool premise. You gotta save your girlfriend from his evil Dr. guy. But the important part is it's really cool and it's really gory. This game is blood. If you get kind of cringy around blood, you won't like this. But if you love blood like me, you only see it in games, pick it up. You can get this back. I'd say about 10 or so bucks now, which is pretty good for what it is. It came out in 2010, so it's a couple years old now. And it was developed by Namco. And I think it's another reason why it was very underrated, because a lot of these games are just underrated for the wrong reasons. You know, they're just under third-party small developers, and that's just why. That's just what happens. They get thrown under the bus, really. They get kind of thrown on the radar. Splatterhouse, pick it up. Really cool game. PS3, Xbox 360. All right, number 4. Okay, I matched up this title with Condemned and Criminal Origins and Bloodshot. I kind of packed them both together because I just thought, what the hell, might as well. They lumped them together. Both games were pretty damn underrated. In fact, many gamers, they barely ever bring up this game, and they say, "Oh man, I forgot about this game. I haven't played in years." And that's also because they're super old now. The first one came out in 2005, I believe. That was around the time of 360 launched, being out. It was launched year 2005, and the sequel came out like 2000. I want to say 8, maybe 9, and it was, very cool concept. And this is footage from the first one right now. And after this, I'm gonna show the second one, Bloodshot, which basically, you use like criminal evidence. You kind of act like a, kind of a CIA agent kind of guy, or undercover FBI, whatever you want to call it. It's really cool. It's like a very CSI murder mystery type of thing. You got to track your killer down, and it's really cool concept. The first one, you kind of more serious. Now this is the second one, Bloodstone. You're more of a drunk now. You're more bitter about the world. You're a little mean from the first game, from what happened to the first game. The events in the first one kind of makes you a kind of an asshole in this one. And me personally, I like them both.
I can't tell the difference between what's real.
I would definitely play the first one first, just so you know what reasons why. I think I always prefer doing that. Do it in chronological order. I always like that. It makes it so you know exactly what's going on for the right reasons. I think they definitely patched up a lot of problems from the first game, which was a lot of people said the melee was a little off. They didn't like that type of gameplay, so they wanted to basically kind of add what was good by the first one and just make it better for the second one. I think they did definitely a good enough job. They did fine.
I work for the
story's really good. It's really dark, and they just kind of add more what you did in the first one as far as being like a undercover detective. They just do more with it, and they just add to the story. I think they made it more intense in the second one myself. It's more underrated than the first one. Some people didn't bring it up. Bloodshot, I don't know why. I think it's really cool. I think they actually made the villains and the evil creatures more scarier in this one. I think so.
Just ain't gonna get the job.
I think the voiceover work is pretty good. It's pretty solid. A lot of people don't give them credit for that. So yeah, you can get it very cheap. I got the GameStop for
When a guy
about
like me is your only
$5.
You got
Can't beat that deal, especially for a pretty underrated horror game. Which is definitely a horror game. It's pretty scary. Definitely. If you want a cheap game, if you can't afford the Silent Hills or Resident Evils, which a lot of people they probably can't, because they can get pretty pricey, especially Silent Hill. You go on Amazon, it used to be $20-30. But if you want a cheap game and still get it for a console, pick up Condemned and Condemned 2. Like, they're pretty cool. Alright, down to number 3, Vanquish. This game is really cool. Made by Sega, same as the Condemned, the previous games. Sega really went out with this one. I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out why this game didn't have a sequel. I thought it was really cool idea, and I guess it didn't sell enough copies to make enough revenue to make another sequel. Really, really cool concept. You know, kill aliens, robots. It's very, very futuristic. I think it looks like a lot. I get the whole Halo kind of vibe. I get the definitely futuristic. It's hard to explain exactly in words, but it's definitely a futuristic space vibe. I definitely get this whole Halo vibe to it. It's a really, really cool game, and I got this so damn cheap. For what it is, it's $5 for it. And the voice acting work is really, really great. I just don't understand that. I don't understand how this game could be overlooked so much and just put under the rug. It kind of makes me mad. It's like, this game is cool. It really is. Just the trailer alone to see how deep the gameplay goes. It's really, really good. You can get really get into it. I don't know if it's multiplayer supported that much. I don't think it is. No, I think the campaign's the big deal of the game. That's what it's also about probably why it didn't do too well. I mean, I'm sure that it might be multiplayer, but it's definitely not big anymore. This game came out in 2010, and people pretty much just forgot about it, or like me, have it. There's very few have it. Yeah, this game is really, really good though. So they never made a sequel. They never made a sequel to this. It's a shame, but pick it up if you can find it. 360 at PS3, cheap game. Pick it up. Number 2. This game is Bully Scholarship Edition. Bully originally came out in 2006. It was a PS2. I don't know if it was on launch. It was on launch. PS2 originally came out on Rockstar. So you know it's gonna be good when you get Rockstar title. The Rockstar developer and Medu Software, but it's definitely on a Rockstar engine, as you can tell. You play as Jimmy Hopkins, 15 years old, trying to fit into his new school and fight off bullies and be a good guy, really. Gary, no, I'm not gonna spoil that one, but he's a dick. But you'll figure it out when you play the game. Yeah, this game never had a sequel, and it was for a long time they were trying to tease us there was going to be a sequel to this, and they never put it out yet. So Rockstar, get on it, guys. Bully 2. We all want to see it. So, we're waiting for that. But Bully 2's Scholarship Edition is still kind of pricey for what it is. But it's a great game. Get it for multi-platform, PS3, 360, and Wii and PC, I believe. PS2 too. Get it. Alright, my last but not least, my number 1. Fable 2. Fable 2, yeah. One of my favorite, not just 360 games, but it's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Fable 2 I put on this list because it's known, people heard of it, so some people might argue that's not underrated, but I think it is because it gets overshadowed by other, way overrated, in my opinion, way overhyped games like Elder Scrolls series, especially. I'd say even Dragon Age, that game kind of likes to overshadow this type of game. And the Fable series, to me, doesn't get enough credit at all. I love this game. I love everything about it. I put many hours into it. I replayed it multiple times. The replay value is so high in this game. Yeah, Fable 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, no doubt. I just love the graphics. I love the scenery. I love the atmosphere. I love the dialogue. It's hilarious. It's serious. It's violent. It has, RPG elements are all in there. It has everything for you. The story's great. You get to marry whoever you want. You can. It's just so many options in this game. It's just you can't get bored in the game. There's always something to do, and I love that. I love that aspect. It's very, very open world. It's not linear at all. But if you want to get through the game, of course, you have to do the side missions and the real missions. They're called quests, of course, in this game, but. You get the idea, and it's really, really good. And you can get this pretty cheap. I've seen it like $5, and definitely a must-have for the 360, and it's an exclusive, so you have to have it for 360 only. Well, there you have it, guys. There's my list of top 10 underrated 360 games. Hope you guys liked it. Pick them all up. Like I said before, they're all great games, and they deserve more credit. So pick them up. That was part 1. Part 2 will be coming up very, very shortly. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.